Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So it's about 3:15, Wednesday the 22nd of January. Over by the TV set it's about 50 degrees. As you get closer to the stove it warms up, and I'm down here in the basement because it's cold outside. It's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like minus 12, minus 13 Celsius, and we got a little snow last night, just a dusting. So anyway, I'm kind of hanging out in the house. I've told you guys occasionally my philosophy that I try to every day move things forward just a little bit. When you have a horde like I do, there's a couple of different ways to move forward. Even if you can't go out and play, you can try to organize the crap you have in the house. Or you could, clean up something. There's always buying of spare parts and stuff like that. And as you guys could imagine, and I don't think I'm the only one out there, I think there's many more than me, who regularly take a look at Craigslist, take a look at eBay, Kijiji if you're up in Canada, and as you go around the world, I'm sure there are other sites for buying more junk than you need. William Staton came up with a really good website to source out some of the parts that go on Chinese quads. So if anybody gets a chance, you might want to take a look at it. And he spent quite a bit of time talking about brakes. He got a whole brake assembly, front, on the hand grip, right? So you squeeze the hand grip, which is a master cylinder, and it drives two hydraulic calipers with the brake pads. So he got the handle, the cylinder, the hydraulic line, the divider, the two lines that go to the individual or the individual slave cylinders, the calipers, with brake pads. He picked that thing up for $50, which is amazing, right? If you're buying parts, that's an amazing price. Some of you say, well, it's for a Chinese bike, it won't fit mine. Turns out that the China bikes did a lot of copying from Honda, and it seems that Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, a lot of these guys shared information, or you can bolt them on, or you might have to make an adapter plate and they go on. But if you want to put brakes on a bike and you start pricing out the individual components, the hydraulic lines, the little hand grip with the master cylinder in it and all that, even if you buy it and you just use the two calipers, you're probably ahead. Or if you just use the hand cylinder, you're probably ahead at $50. So just a comment. Anyway, any horde, anybody who plays with this stuff, anybody who fixes the stuff and tries to keep it moving, realizes that parts is a real big deal. And to that end, I mostly deal with the Honda 200S motor. 185 or 200, it's also the same as the ATC 200 motor or the 185S motor. They're basically all the same motor. I like it because I kind of grew up with it. I like it because I have a load of parts for it. I like it because if I ever want parts, I could get a load more parts. So I love the Honda 200 185 engine. And to that, I pick up, whenever I see kind of a package deal, I have a tendency to go with it. And just so that I could get the prices right, this package deal, right, was $68 and change. Call it $69. 69 is a cooler engine. So it came with that little cover, hardware. Came with the pulsar, right? The little pulsar coil. It came with the magnetic pickup and the outer case. came with a piston that, if you look down at the ring there, right, as I slide it out, you can see the rings are in good shape. With the matching bore, wonderful. Came with one of the timing chain guides, and it came with a head, complete head, right? So there we are. Did not come, for whatever reason, with the cam, but who cares? And this is probably an older head. See the compression release lever right here, right in the center of the screen, that black thing. So the screw threads are good. You can see that's all fine. On this side, it's all fine. And if I look at this, I don't know how well you guys could see it, but the bore is in good shape, the piston's in good shape. So for 70 bucks, this was a steal. Just forget the head, forget the piston. Let's just talk electronics here. This guy here, right? The pulsar, this is just this guy on the plate, right? Is a $30 item. The backing plate, that's this thing, is good for another 15, right? And by the time you figure out what this cover's worth, you got most of the $70 right there, right? And I still got a piston, a bore, you know, the hole, and the rest of the whole head. So they even threw in a spark plug that looks like it's in halfway decent shape. Right, look at that. Even threw in a halfway decent spark plug. Spark plugs are about, I don't know, $6 if you buy a few of them. So we'll say this is worth another $2. Okay, so this was one deal, and once again, called a $69, $70 deal. Very happy with it. This was a better deal. This whole box of crap was $22 delivered. Okay, so this whole box, and it came with a complete teardown of an engine. So all those nuts and bolts, this is a bag of assorted, you can see like starter gears in there, washers, this thing here that holds a gas tank on. So the rest of the assortment, a bunch of springs and other stuff. So call that the assortment bag. A shifter lever. Shifter lever alone is an easy $15 bill. See the so that alone is worth $15. Came with both guides for the timing chain. That's another $15. So just the shifter and those guides are the $30. I mean, it came with stuff I'm probably not going to use. Right. That's a 200 ES where the shaft runs through the drive the rear end. But the bag just keeps going. That's another assortment. You got motor mounts in there, those big bolts. Right, so I think you guys, you could see the timing chain. Bag of smaller bolts. This one came with a cam, which is helpful because that did not. But this one came with the cam, and the cam even has the little pin in it, right? Oh, did you guys see it right there? That's the pin for setting the timing with this thing, right? If you look at the other side of this, there's a little notch that slides into that. And this one too came with a full pulsar. Came with a cable. Every once in a while those come in real handy. And it came with a case protector, or whatever you want to call this. It's got a little damage to it up on top, but not bad. So this was a $22.50 deal. All the stuff that I took out of this box was $22.50. So once again, for me, given my great appreciation of the 200S motor, this was a steal of a deal, right? Because almost all these parts at one point or another could be used someplace. So there we are. Alright, so I gave you a 10-minute lecture about buying parts on eBay. Once again, for me, I've kind of specialized. I've kind of moved. I like Honda stuff, right? So these parts, if I go to work on that thing and I need a nut, a bolt, a washer, whatever. The washers are pretty universal. I could go to these bags and find something. If I really wanted to be organized, I'd put them in some kind of flat case, all sorted out, and then make it really easy to find this stuff. So given my perplexity toward Honda, and particularly the 185 and the 200S, getting parts in bulk like this is a steal. I guess I don't have too much more to talk about. Tomorrow I hope to get myself outside, and I hope to get that 185 off that Honda Big Red off the truck. Get that off, get that ready to go, get that into the garage, start taking a little time and troubleshooting it. Basically the decision needs to be made. Is it parts? Or is it a keeper? Am I going to get it running? And to make that decision, I need to get that side cover off and take a look at the stator, take a look at the flywheel, see what kind of situation I got going on there. But once again, it's cold out. Where I live, it's supposed to be cold. I hate to say it like this, but more or less for the rest of the winter. It looks like it's going to be cold according to the short and long-term forecast almost until February 1st. So we have until like a full week from the weekend until it finally warms up. I'm supposed to go back to work next Wednesday, so a week from today. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen. The doctor has me signed out of work longer than that, and I was going to kind of lean on him to go back sooner. Though my hip is good, physical therapy is still doing me a lot of good, and once I'm back at work, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to continue with the physical therapy, which will stop the forward progress and my recovery. I want to recover fully from this injury, from this surgery, such that I don't limp anymore. I'm tired of kind of hobbling about. Not, I could do everything I want to do. I can carry everything I want to carry. I mean, I could flea market better than anybody else could flea market. I can get all-terrain vehicles faster than anybody else, better than anybody else. But still, I don't want to walk around with a limp. I don't want to be known as that guy with the limp. So I really want to work at physical therapy and work at getting myself walking properly. If you get to the point where you walk straight and proper, you have less of a chance of pulling something or hurting yourself as you try to move some of the crazy things I try to move. I don't know, could you guys see that? Yeah, every time I look around in my Horde, there's like all-terrain vehicles or parts of all-terrain vehicles everywhere. This is getting to be a long video, so I gotta cut it off, but sometimes I'll turn on the lights and I'll put it like a different set of filters on my eyes and look at things, and I'll start finding other stuff. This is plastic, Mayer plastic, for a 250 SX. I bought it years and years ago and never put it on anything. Yeah, I've been hoarding for a while, but my life didn't become my own until I managed to get my sons through college and out working. Responsibilities come first, right? It's easy to spend 5 minutes to buy something. It's quite another thing to take the 2 or 3 days or a week or a month or whatever to rebuild a bike, right? So I was always accumulating parts. Now it's just a matter of putting some of those parts to good use. All right, folks, 15 minutes. I'll let you go. Long rambling video. Sorry about that. Remember to keep your tires down, your tracks down, your handlebars and steering wheel up. Live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. We'll see you all soon.